Good evening everyone. I'm here to show you a journal that I've made with a lovely kit from Banya. Now that's SS Digitals. How I came across Banya was I was just on Etsy, and you know they sometimes recommend different kits and things like that. And I went, oh my days, I just loved her stuff straight away. And the thing is, she's the one that I did the tiny, tiny little books for, the really little ones that you can hang off your journal. And she does other mini books and that's how I very first came across her. So I've made a lovely journal for her, and I'm going to show you the kits. And I've used some Tracie in here, which has really worked in well, and a lovely little kit from Paulette as well. So let me just show you the kits first. Okay. Right, well, first of all, you've got this lovely plain page, which looks like coffee dyed. But what I love about it is that you can back things with it. So when you print the kit off, obviously you've got all the beautiful, pretty pages, but you want something on the underside of it. And if you do an envelope, for example, you want something inside an envelope. And I love this one. I really do. It's absolutely lovely. Whoops, we're upside down. As it happens. Beautiful. Now, what I love about this kit is it's different colours. It's not got one colour palette going all the way through as well. That's what I love about this. Now this, as soon as I saw this, I was thinking, oh my goodness, how lovely would this be to make Mother's Day cards with. You can just see that on a beautiful Mother's Day card with like a vintage image in here. Absolutely stunning. Then we've got like a French effect here. We've got the Paris theme coming in, which of course is romance and all the rest of it. What I love about this is you can use these pages in different journals, so you can split them up. You don't have to use them just in one journal. This one, I think, is my favourite. I absolutely love this one. I've actually done a tiny little journal inside, a little notebook inside. And look at this. How fabulous is that? Really, really stunning. And we've got this lovely like watercolour effect going on. And here I've made an envelope. First thing I did was made an envelope with this one, and then I thought, oh my goodness, it turned out so well. I made another one with the same paper, and then I've made it with a couple of other ones. And this is where I got the bird idea from. But obviously we've got this gorgeous bird on here and this wood grain effect. So through the journal I've done mainly birds, but I put a bit of botanical in there as well. And every time I looked at different paper, I was like, I love this, because that's all that this kit is papers. And sometimes when you just get papers, it can be a bit daunting because you haven't got those templates for your envelopes or your tags or something. And what I love about this kit is it marries up to other kits, and that's what we need to do, is to take other kits and blend them together, because that way it's like you've used a new kit. And then I've used Tracie's here. Now this is her mini floral embellishments. I've put 2 to a page. Just move it on from underneath. This one at the top is like florals, and then you've got the herbs, the mini herbs at the bottom. Now I've used the herbs on what I've done here, and then you've got these birds and mini blossoms. Obviously they are twice as big if you print them the full size, but this kit I know is at least a year old of Tracie's, but I will link it. And then I've also used this one. I've not got all the pages, I've not printed all the pages off of this one, but this is the poetic journal one, and I've used these little labels, the wording, and I've used some of the journaling cards on this one. And like she has like eglantine and hawthorn. We can all remember the film, can't we, with eglantine in. And obviously this one, I think it's about 7 pages, 6, 7 pages. I know it's quite a big kit, this one, the poetic florals, but they were the pages that I actually used. And then you've got bits of birds. So I've done 2 to a page here. And bits of birds came out round about sort of September last year, I think it was. Paulette brought this one out. And I've had it in a folder wanting to use it. And when I saw these papers, it just married in perfectly. you know, it's like we see something, you think, I want to use that, and nothing actually came to fit in right until this particular kit. So let me show you what I've made with it. Now, I'll make sure that we're in, yeah, ooh, I'm actually getting better at this, getting in the right place. So I've just used some seam binding. It's 2 lots of seam binding to close it together. I like doing that when it's a single signature and it's a soft cover. I quite like doing that. These are vintage buttons, these roses, and they just seem to go right on the front. I don't normally go quite as pretty as this on a journal cover, but it just seemed to go so well with this image. Now, the image is a free image out of Paulette's group again, you know, and I just love doing this. I really have. So, again, I've made pockets out of the fabric as well, and these are bits of birds, and then I've made the lovely envelopes with the papers. And so I've put this lovely green one inside. I just really love this green one. I'm not putting anything in the envelopes yet. And all the way through, I mean, these are Tracie's. Now, Tracie already has cards with this bit. So you've got all this bit already there. And then I've used one of the ones with the wording on, you know, hawthorn with its definition or something, and backed it on top of that. This is that gorgeous, gorgeous paper underneath, the one with the wood grain. And then I've got, you know, I've put the wording on the top of it to give it a bit more depth. And these are little pictures that I've got from Paulette again. And I've put some gorgeous ledger paper in here. These again are from Paulette. I believe these were in, I can't remember which kit these were in, but they, you know, Paulette does her monthly kits where she sends you images every month, and you get at least 300 to 400 images. This one came off the web page, off her Facebook group page, probably 3 or 4 days ago, and I think it's absolutely lovely. Let's tuck that one back in there. I've got this on here just to make sure they don't fall out when I'm flipping back and forward. Here I've put some gorgeous bird images, and I've done it as a flip. I thought these were, the colours fitted so well with what I was doing. They came from Karma Collectibles, my friends at Karma Collectibles. You know, I get their bundles that they do every now and again where they send you a lot of vintage papers, and if they know you're doing botanicals, for example, they would try and put botanicals in. If you're doing something else, you know, I've had those lovely vintage Alice in Wonderland ones, and they went into a draw, and somebody won them. In fact, I think it was Sam. I'm sure it was Sam in Australia won them. This is that gorgeous wood paper again, and I've used dies this time. It's not often I actually use dies to make tags. So I've made dies, and then I've used those lovely, lovely images from Tracie on the back. And these are the birds from the bits of birds, and it's some music paper at the back. And they're quite simple tags, but they just really look lovely with that wood effect. This is a page of images from Paulette again, and I'm sure that one was in group. I just love this. That was recent. That's only been up on Paulette's group about 2 or 3 days as well. I've put some Edith Holden in because obviously there were some lovely bird images to go with all my birds. This is that lovely Bella Rose stencil again that I absolutely adore, with the tattered angels over the top. I had a spray day again. I ended up spraying the washing machine. No, it wasn't. It was a tumble dryer. And I came in the next morning because you know how you clean up, but when it's evening, you don't really see it properly. And I thought, hang on a minute, why is that door a different colour? It travelled further down than I thought it had. Now, this image and 3 of the other tags in here are a free collage page from Banya. Banya has quite a few freebies in her group if you go and join the SS Digital group. And there's actually a February challenge to make a tag or tags from the freebies from Banya. And I've done that through here, and I actually put them in group, the 4 that I did out of the thing, just to encourage others to join, you know, join in the challenge. which I think is lovely. That's that gorgeous paper again. I really love that one. And then I've done more here. I mean, this idea, I was playing around with the dies that I had, and there was this size, and there was one slightly tinier, and I thought I'm just going to get them and see what I can do later. And I just left them on the side, and I thought this was such a lovely idea to have like a secret place underneath just to write something in. You could write a date in there, or you could just write a message in there, and they just turned out lovely. And of course I've backed them, you know, with the cat card again from off, you know, that separates all the different flavours. And obviously, you know, I haven't got to worry about where the mechanism is. I love that bird too. Let's pop them in there. And there's our robin. I love robins, I really do. Robins and cardinals. My nan's always loved birds and robins. She used to feed them like me too. And this is that gorgeous watercolour effect paper that I've made that envelope out of. And again, I've put the green on the inside, which is so pretty. Now, what takes me so long to make journals is I sew round everything. Like I said at Christmas, I had to stop myself sewing Christmas cards. And again, I've done the same. I've taken the basic one that our Tracie's done that was already layered up, and then I've put it on another card and used some of her words. Everything is possible, and those black words, it was when Tracie and Andrea, our teammates, did the tag challenge. They did the tags and they had lots of words that you could cut out. And the other thing is, in Tracie's group, they've still got, you know, all the numbers, those lovely shaped numbers, the oval shaped numbers. And Andrea had some as well in her group as well. And then here you can see that lovely wood effect paper again. And I've just cut these out of a wee book that I had, a vintage book. And I've made a belly band out of what was left over. After I've cut out some tags, I then was able to make some journaling cards and that lovely gorgeous belly band. I just love that paper, I really do. And this is an envelope from Plum Boutique. I didn't bother to take that, I've just left that on there. This is where I've been getting my pretty ribbons from. And there's actually a journaling card in there, isn't there? Or is there the birds? Oh, that's the image. That's actually from the front. Actually, I tucked that in there somewhere. And then there's another tag. Again, using Tracie's images, you can see the tag shapes here. And these are the pretty, like, you know, ornate little tiny embellishments underneath with some words on. And again, this is Paulette's Bits of Birds with the gorgeous, beautiful music paper underneath. They've just turned out so well. I've just absolutely tickled pink with this. Isn't that stunning? Absolutely gorgeous. I've not put anything in there because I thought it just needs to be like that. I think, you know, pictures on here or something would be really, really lovely. Another bird there. And then this is another tag using the collage paper for the challenge in Banya's group. And I've used some botanicals on there that I've cut out. That's the other end of that. And that's that gorgeous paper again. I just love this because it just melded to so many different possibilities. Yeah, and this is the third from the collage sheet. And I've cut out the birds, and there was a printable in Paulette's group, and you've got 4 butterflies on a plant, and I've cut the butterflies out as well to give it a bit more depth. And you can see I made a little out of what was left over, and there's some more bits of birds just sat inside there, and then another one with the little flippy up bits so that we can do some secret journaling. It's a totally different world when you're making journals for design teams than it is from making your own. It really is. And do the flippy bit on there. Look how these colours match together. I think it looks so beautiful, Dan. I just love how, like, I've managed to find birds to match in with the papers, and you know, I've really loved doing this for Banya. Tucky that on there. Look at him. See how the colours just match so beautifully. I've really, it all just fell together with this one. Really did. And this is some, this paper is Kool-Aid. I'm trying to think what the name was. I either use Kool-Aid or I use food dyes, and that's the 4th tag in the challenge from that collage sheet. And then one more envelope on the back with a plucky duck. Talking of ducks, my son sent me pictures of the grandkids, Emily and Lewis. They've been out in the back, and they've been in the snow making Olafs, you know, snowmen. And Emily's, the way she stuck the carrot in, it looks like a duck. He said to me she made a duck. So it's not an Olaf, it's a duck. She's 6 now. And there's the other one with a little tucky bit. And there's some more of those bits of birds that in the back there. And then one more of Tracie's in the back. And a couple of more bits of... I love doing these pockets where you've got the double pocket. You know, just a bit of old book paper. And then right in the back here, I've just made a tiny little notebook. Just out of dyed paper for writing in. So that's my lovely journal. I've just really enjoyed this. I think it takes about 3 or 4 days to make. And on the bottom here, I've got some more of those roses and some little baubles. So that's my gorgeous journal. So I have absolutely loved doing this design project for Banya. I really have. Now, I'm going to make an announcement. I am absolutely blown away. Paulette had another party when I was asleep and got me to 1,000 subbies. I was absolutely gobsmacked. Cara had already given me a shout out, which got me very, very near. And they then had a party in Paulette's group as well. So I am so grateful to both girls. I really am. So I'm going to give away 2 journals. How I'm going to do it is I'm going to give one away on YouTube here and the other one in Paulette's group. Because, I mean, I'm sure I've got about 400 or 500 people from her group who've come over and subscribed in the last few months. They've just been so supportive of me. So there will be actual 2 journals going up. I will do a video later on in the week of the 2 journals, because obviously I've got to make sure the other one that I'm giving away is finished. So I've got the 2 complete, and then I will do the giveaway. And it will be open international. I'm not fussed where you live or anything else, because to me, you know, you're supporting from wherever you are, and I think it's important that you don't put a restriction on where these things go. So thank you so much for being here. I'm going to be doing a flip through for Cara tomorrow. She's got a gorgeous kit out, and it's lavender and bees. Absolutely stunning. And there's 50% off for a couple of more days. Beautiful, beautiful kit. And there's a couple of other flip throughs that I want to do, and a couple of shout outs as well. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you like this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Every time I do one for Banya, I just love it. I really do. So thank you so much, guys. We've had a heck of a lot of snow coming down today. There was a bit come down last night, and it just suddenly went wild and woolly outside. But not as bad in the south of England. They've really gone through it down there. They've got what they call the Beast of the East 2 come through, and I know that there's been a lot of people struggling down there. So my thoughts are going out for them. So thank you so much, everybody. Got to stop waffling. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.